you're out this evening, you have any plans, including football, the forecast is not looking bad. Temperatures will be hot this afternoon. Look at 5 p.m., 89 degrees, but then we roll through the 80s and eventually into the 70s. Our All-In Credit Union tailgate weather for our Friday night. You can see a few clouds, mild, very pleasant overall. Again, by 7 o'clock, which is kickoff time, it's 83 degrees for many areas, or at least around that range. And then 70s by the end of the games, most likely. We, as in myself and Sports Director Emily Cochran, heading out to Daphne today. Very excited for this. Daphne's going to be taking on MGM, and you can see 81 degrees, 79, 77, partly cloudy. No rain. This is going to be a lovely Friday of football. I think the sunset's going to be fantastic, too, when we get to that time. Our game in the week is McGill against Theodore. Our Dacian Smith covering this one. 81 degrees dropping to 76. We'll have all the details for this tonight as well, with a preview coming up at 4 and 5 o'clock for this game. Then we can see our football forecast for another game that Hal's going to be at. Hal's going to be over at Saraland taking on Gulf Shores, 83-78. Looks like a good forecast for us across the region for football. Let's talk about the future cast here. Your rain chance today is about 10 to 20% in the afternoon. By the evening time, we're fine. We could have a couple clouds around, so I do think it's going to be a nice sunset again with that little bit of layer of clouds. You can see that showing up on the forecast model here. Here's 9 p.m. with the HRRR. Again, nothing that's going to interrupt your plans this evening and overnight tonight. Then tomorrow morning, few clouds, otherwise still a calm forecast. Is what it looks like this afternoon. 92 degrees in Mobile with some middle 90s in our inlet spots, upper 80s at the immediate coast with that low risk of rip currents. Heat index values upper 90s to almost 100 degrees. We are in a more humid environment right now. See the muggy meter showing us in the muggy category all the way through Sunday. But Sunday, a front works its way across our area. Then we drop all the way to 60 for a dew point in the pleasant category on Monday. All right, let's talk about the tropics. Here it is. One area of disturbed weather way out in the Atlantic is going to be tracking across the main development region of the Atlantic. You can see that here with the forecast models. Could impact the Lesser Antilles here. And I want to show you one forecast model. This is the GFS. It could be a stronger tropical storm at that point. It could even be a hurricane at the point. Some forecast models do show this. But this is Thursday of next week. This is a slow-moving system, and it's going to take a long time for this to even get to the island. So we have a long time to track this thing. What happens beyond this point here once it's near the islands is a little too early to tell, so be careful what you're seeing on social media. Be patient. Let's wait, and of course, we'll keep you updated. Here's your 7-day outlook. Again, hot temperatures in the near term, quite hot, actually. And then Monday, we have a little push of drier air. It's not going to feel like fall, but it's going to be a little bit more refreshing. Then next week, we introduce some very small range chances, and it's kind of back to the normal things that we've been seeing with highs in around 90 degrees and morning temperatures around 70.